everyone, and welcome to our very first podcast. It is the Teachers Independent Network. We're so excited. This is the space where educators take control of their teaching careers and they build successful independent teaching or TEFL businesses.
Hi, thank you. Jamie spoke about excitement, and of course, we are here. We are excited. I'm Geraldine, and we have our beautiful host here, my partner, Jamie-Leigh. We're very passionate about building a business that will take the TEFL world to another level. Another level. So we're here to launch this podcast to guide you through the journey of becoming independent teachers with confidence and clarity.
So in today's episode, we are just going to be sharing a little bit about who we are, what we do, and why we believe now is the time to go independent as a TEFL teacher, whether it means starting your own business online or actually building a personal brand.
Together with that, we'll give you a quick overview on what to expect in the future, from the practical tips to strategies, to also inspire you, and have a few interviews with teachers who's in the business but who's got the idea of leaping from being stuck in a classroom to become freedom, and of course flexibility.
If you are one of those teachers that are tired of limitations from the traditional teaching jobs, you're sitting in front of your desk and you're teaching for hours on end, you're just teaching, and you're ready to build something that is truly your own and that you are passionate about, you are in the right place. Geraldine, you can go first. You can do a quick introduction of who you are and just like what you've been doing in the TEFL industry up until now.
Thank you. Before I became a teacher, I actually worked in the corporate world. And like many of us, the pandemic came, and of course, it was really difficult. So things changed for me. And that's where I found a way into TEFL. TEFL became something that was close to my heart. And of course, connecting with students from all over the world was something that I was really passionate about. I honestly loved it. But that really gave me a deeper connection to becoming more in control of what I'm doing. So for me, even though teaching is really exciting, it hasn't always been easy. And I found myself working super long hours. And I know you know what I'm talking about, Jamie-Leigh, because you've been there and you know exactly what it feels. Sometimes we're stuck, and I realized that something needs to change and I needed to take control. So I shifted into independent teaching, which was really a game changer for me. What about you, Jamie-Leigh?
I absolutely love your story from where you began and where you are now. It's such a true testament of the teaching journey. And I have a very similar story. So I started teaching in 2016. I found this job on Gumtree. I googled this place and I was like, "Ooh, let's apply to a teaching job." And I started teaching from there. I taught for 2 consecutive years before I actually started going on my own. I found my own job online and all of those things, but it wasn't as rewarding as I would have liked it to be. So I got into offline teaching. So I was tutoring South African kids in my area and my surroundings because I really loved it. I just jumped in and I started really enjoying tutoring South African children. And then same story as you, the pandemic hit and I lost my job because it was a face-to-face tutoring job. So that was gone and I was like, oh my goodness, I have so much time. I don't know what to do with it. And then I started helping teachers with their CVs because I saw that this was the need online. They were so completely clueless as to what to do next. So I helped them with the CVs, introduction videos, and all of those things. And then I started, as time went on, I was introducing different services, and now I am coaching independent teachers. And it's been a journey. I'm almost on my 10th year of TEFL, being in the TEFL industry, and it's been an absolute amazing experience for me. Yeah.
So yeah, I feel that we really are super passionate about helping other teachers to make that same shift. And I think to step into independence, build something of their own, that will give them freedom and that will give them more flexibility. So yeah, I think that's exciting. Mhm.
I agree. And I mean, a lot of teachers will also relate with our stories as well, coming into the TEFL industry, not finding their joy in jobs, maybe not being as stable as they thought it would be. So going independent is really the next step. Just to give a brief overview of the reason why we started this podcast was to just give you a real time, real insights into what teachers, because Geraldine is still teaching at the moment. I'm not teaching anymore. So it's like two different sides of the coin that everybody will actually see into the different lives that these two teachers that have a lot of things in common, but they do different things, how they are navigating, how to go about independent teaching and things like that. That is the main reason, just to help teachers. We've also found that there aren't many South African teachers helping other South African teachers. I'm just going to very briefly speak about what inspired me help teachers grow their own businesses. There were so many teachers that came my way that I was helping with the CVs and the introduction videos that were not getting actual jobs with their documents. And also when they did get the jobs, the pay wasn't stable, the income wasn't stable, they weren't getting regular students. So it was really a problem for them to actually have a very stable income. Because so many people are complaining about this, let's try something else. Let's just completely pivot. That's what really inspired me to help other teachers in independent teaching. And then I started Googling it, like crazy, and seeing who does it online and who's helping who. But as I said, not many South African teachers are actually helping. They are giving some information. This is how you do your TEFL course. This is how you do. But it's not the full almost like the blueprint or the step-by-step guide to say this is exactly, follow these steps and you will get success in that way.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so I feel that, of course, the Teachers Independent Network, we really create this community and this platform built by teachers for teachers. And of course, here we will help you because we've been there. I'm feeling tired, overworked sometimes, and really sometimes underpaid. So it's a good step just to break away from our old traditional way of teaching and start teaching on your own terms. And what we do here is we want to offer an independent teaching course designed to empower you as teachers out there so you can take control of your own career. Um, yeah, and I think that's really a proven strategy. It is working. Also, platforms like WeChat, where you can connect with teachers, will give you a much more broad perspective of who you can be reaching out to out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, so yeah,
sorry.
so how do we help teachers on their TEFL journey? Let's talk a little bit about our mission.
The mission is to get as many teachers, especially South African teachers, because there are a lot of different nationality teachers that are already doing this independently. They are booked out. They have so many students from all over the world. And I feel like South African teachers are a little bit overlooked when it comes to jobs online.
And I've been there. I know what it feels like, and I think it's time for us just to take our stand and really just make a difference because we do have the ability to do that. We are passionate about what we're doing, so we need to make that statement.
I've helped other teachers that are not teaching. I've helped teachers develop curriculums just to provide to other teachers. Maybe you are doing worksheets, PDFs. Maybe you are a social media manager. You've got experience in social media management. Teachers don't have time for social media. That is just a very clear example, right? You don't have time. You just about have time to prepare for your lessons. Where are you going to get time to do social media as well? So there are so many opportunities inside of TEFL that you can use from other industries. So like I'm saying, the social media manager, you can bring it into the TEFL industry and absolutely do that for teachers. And that can be your niche, help teachers
Yes.
in that way
Yeah.
to come
Yeah.
away from that idea of the traditional job search or the traditional way that teaching is done.
Whether you are a teacher who's just starting out or whether you are just ready to leave your current job, this platform can really help you. We will focus on attract that perfect student for you. We can help you develop your business mindset, because that is something that's so important, to have the right mindset when we go into this. And then set up your services and create your page, build confidence. Confidence is also one of the things that is so important. We have to have confidence to be able to go into independence. And as a supportive community, we can be here to support and give you that guidance.
As an overview of what to expect from the actual program, the Teachers Independent Network is something that Geraldine and I came up with because we are literally so passionate about teachers, South African teachers, that want to make a difference for themselves, for their families, and for their futures. You don't want to always just be working, 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 working. You want to have a reward at the end of the day that is more than just your job. So you want to be able to connect with your kids or have date nights with your husband, right? We want to all be able to do fun things, go on holiday with our families, and it's such an important thing. Success is not defined by what other people have. How Geraldine defines success, how Jamie-Leigh defines success. The success that you have for yourself is for you. Don't focus on other people and how they are having success. Focus on your family. It's going to make you feel like you're winning. And it's just you. You're living for you and your family as well. In the program, we are going to be doing interviews, actual interviews, something I love doing, lesson observations. I've done this a few times with a couple of teachers. They will actually teach a lesson with a student. Maybe I can join the live lesson, or they send me the recording afterwards, and I critique, for lack of a better word, I critique the video and I help them on their journey towards that confidence. I love doing that. That is one of my favorite things to do, lesson observation. We offer you lots of tips, real stories from real teachers, whether it's ourselves or other teachers that are in the program, and then obviously common challenges as well.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And speaking about family, that's the best part, because this will really help you to be present for the most important people in your life, and especially if you have kids. I mean, I have a 12-year-old son, and just for me being there for him without any sacrifice, that really means a lot. So going into dependent will give you that freedom. It will give you that sense of control, your time, do the things that you like, and maybe even take up a hobby. Who knows? That's also something that's so important.
Absolutely.
Super excited and passionate about helping teachers just get out of their comfort space, because sometimes we so taken up into habits. We are so used to doing the same thing over and over. And if we step out of that comfort zone, I think that's where the magic will happen.
I absolutely love that. Geraldine and I have spoken. This podcast and the program that we're creating is meant for TEFL teachers that want freedom and the control within their teaching business. It's meant for everybody that wants to take charge of their life and take charge of your life, taking the steps that's needed towards independent teaching, because it's going to help you. Yeah.
Yeah, and to what we deserve, I think we need to do more of the things we actually deserve.
I love that.
Um, this is really a great opportunity.
As you can hear, we are very excited about this opportunity. We really feel that we can touch a lot of lives with the connection that we've made, the two of us have made, and the connections that we are still going to make with other teachers and the students involved as well. We are going to touch so many lives, and I really feel that it's the beginning of something big, and it's going to spark so much creativity, so much collaboration, so much partnership, so much networking. I'm super excited about this venture. And we want to see as many South African teachers get involved with this, because you are so deserving of this opportunity and you don't want to miss out. This was so much fun. There is so much more to come. We are excited, ready, and interested in serving you as teachers.
Absolutely amazing. It was really nice connecting with you today, Jamie-Leigh. And until next time,
we will see you soon.